When I say Kalalal Yahweh Hashem wa Shai Hashem Kodash, the one to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers in the Island Bible preaching this word in sincerity and in tune to much honesty. I'm the brother Shapar from the James Jamaica camp. Now, there's a spirit of war in the air, man. The Lord is basically mustering up the spirits of these heathen, to go into, full gear battle, man. There are so many things taking place right now, pointing towards that, while Jake is in La La Land, thinking this thing is a game. So many signs are pointing to a major conflict upon the earth, and Jake out here having no idea what's happening, man. Now, let me bring a precept first before me even get down into the meat of the matter. Because the Lord foretold us, man, that there was going to be 3 major conflicts at the end. World War I, World War II, and World War III. And everyone knows that World War III is a war that basically is going to, be going to decimate the planet, man. They have a famous saying that World War III is going to be the war to end all wars. Because of the nature of what the war is going to be. It's going to be with fire. And such fire basically bring mass destruction, man. Never yet seen, on the planet. So the Lord speak of 3 wars, man. So let me bring out the precept here dealing with those different events. It said the second war, which is World War II, has passed, and behold, the third war cometh quickly. So we were on about that time now. It been a few decades since World War II. Now it's time for World War III, man. So we see on all these activities taking place, pointing towards that reality. Now, let's speak about what are some of the resources you need for war. You need weaponry, and then you need men. You need manpower, as they would say. And as war draw closely, military is basically up. The amount of soldiers they actually have, to prepare for those battles, man. Now, there's a war going on in Ukraine with Russia. And we know that Russia is one of the main characters in this war that is coming up on the planet, man. So you have to keep a close eye on what's going on with the Russians, man. And we know that the Americans, along with certain NATO countries, are, key players in this war that is going to engulf the planet. So here we have an article here saying Russian amass more than 500,000 troops at the front line with with outlook bleak for Ukraine. Now, this is one aspect, man. Russia basically is now mobilized. Yeah, they are now mobilized for war because they actually declare war on Ukraine. When Ukraine basically crossed the red lines. So they have the right to mobilize troops. They have the right to basically make armaments in mass. Ukraine being a proxy of the US. So the US can't basically do the same thing that Russia is doing in regards to the mobilization. Because the United States is not at war in such a way that they can mobilize people in order to go and make armaments and to join the military. So you have certain things that basically have to happen to basically trick the people them into that, because they are not, they are not mobilized because of a war. Because the US never declare war with Russia or anything like that, but the Russia now is at war. So they are upping the amount of troops that they have, upping the amounts of armaments. You know, Russia production of armaments is we surpass the Europeans and the Americans together, man. The fact that they can say they are at war, so they can do all these things, man. Let me show you what else is going on here. You know, not only Russia basically is mobilizing for it have over 1 million troops. They're actually preparing 300,000 more troops on the back, you know. So yeah, so in the back they are prepared. This is, let me get it here. This is the thing there. Yeah, they are preparing 300,000 more troops in the back for this battle, man. You know, a lot of analysts are saying, a lot of analysts are saying that, man, why Russia needs so much troops for Ukraine, you know, but it's not about Ukraine, man. You know, it's not about Ukraine. It's about a major conflict that is coming. You know, let me get this here. You know, a lot of information here. Hey, look, it's a NATO says over 300,000 troops now on the high readiness. Yeah, that's a lot of men. You know, and I was just searching for Russia 300,000 troops that they have in the back. You know, and this now is talking about, here we go. You know, it says Russia prepares to mobilize 300,000 troops by June for Ukraine. This ain't shit about Ukraine, man. This is what you all got to know. This ain't nothing about no Ukraine, man. Yeah? You know, you have different military activities taking place, especially here in the Caribbean. You think Russia is that stupid, preparing troops only for Ukraine, knowing that NATO, you know, and America basically sitting in the back, ready, you know, to go at them when they're at their weakest? Come on, no, man. They're not that stupid, man. All these men that is being, you know, mobilized, you know, eventually, you know, is to fight a battle with major European countries, America. You know, they are preparing for major war, man. Yeah, well, if you think that, you know, all is well and up to daisy, military ship sailing in the Caribbean and all of that, you know, doing drills, you know, just to have fun. You know, come to Jamaica or Cuba, whatever, come drink margarita and shit like that. You know, chill out on the beach and everything there. Well, yeah, continue to believe that stupid shit. You know, real conflict is coming, man. Let me get some more precept here. You know, you people think the Lord is joking, man. You know, this is the thing. This is fun and games that the Lord is dealing with over here, man. This is Joel 3 verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And this is the reason why everybody mobilizing troops, man. Thousands upon thousands of troops, man. So what do you think the US is going to do? The United States military is stretched thin across the world, man. Yeah, they have troops all over. So there's no heavily concentration of troops to take on a major country when their troops are dispersed all across the world. Yeah? So if the enemy is up at the gates right now, what do you think the US gonna do? Yeah, because just like Rome, where the military was all over the place, you know, which even led, which one of the things that led to the fall of the Roman Empire, just the same thing the United States is doing. You know what I mean? You see, because see a battle, when it come on to troop deployment and logistics, you know, it's very critical, man. It's very critical, man. You see, your supply line, you know what I mean? Your troops cannot be far away from the supply line. Russia made a mistake going into Ukraine, rushing into Ukraine without, and the supply line, you know, was cut. You know what I mean? A lot of reinforcement and other things was cut off, man. So that's the first mistake that they made. You know, a logistical mistake. So the United States military having their military all across the world. You know what I mean? You have the aircraft carrier, them different fleets across the next side of the world. You know what I mean? And wars use up armaments, man, and men die. And you have to resupply. You know, these units, man. So it's not that feasible, you know, for our country to basically stretches their military that far away from the main supply lines, man. Up in Chinese water, the South China Sea, and all this, in the Middle East. Yeah, shit is really you're gonna have blockades, man. And the Russians are showing the US that they can look, we can sail in the Caribbean, man. We can cut the supply, man. Yeah, so the war is just a joke, man. And you see, this is the reason why they need men. Because a lot of men, you know, gonna die, man. And they know this, man, because it's just a simple war in Ukraine. There's so many, over 300,000 Ukrainian soldiers died already. You know what I mean? Going near to 500,000. So men die in war, man. And they're gonna need to replenish. You know, they're gonna have to bring in the reserves, man. And guess who's gonna be the reserve? Guess who? Yeah, you can use Ukraine as example, you know, to find, you know, out how basically modern war is gonna be like, man. You see, they have a draft in Ukraine. Yeah, and each time they come back for more, it get more extreme. You know, now they are basically chasing men, you know, driving them down, kidnapping them. You just go grab you up off the street and you're going to the front, man. And 2 weeks training. Right to the front. To be cannon fodder, man. That's what's going on in Ukraine. And guess what? When this war get to a major point, you know, where a lot of men die, and that's what's going to be like here in Jamaica, in the United States, in the Caribbean, they're going to come and haul your asses up and they're going to push it to the front. Yeah? That's what's going to go down, man. You're going to die the death. You know, I play a video here, don't forget back in the scriptures again. You know. And this is what's going on in the United States. There's a bill now. There's a bill in the United States dealing with the draft, man. Yeah? And everybody getting hysterical over that draft bill. So let me play this video here. And,
the government is going to do that for you automatically. Today, the House passed a law that allows the Selective Service, which is the government agency that runs the military draft for 18 to 26-year-olds, to dig into federal computer databases, find your name, and draft you if needed. But don't worry, ladies, this can't happen to you under the United States Supreme Court case Rosker versus Goldberg. My main question is, why would Congress need to pass such a law right now? Why would we need an army full of draftees? We're not even at war, right?
Hey, you see? Yeah, and that last part is for the stupid, man. It's for the slow one, man. We're not at war, right? Right? Yeah, that's the reason why they need to pass laws, man, to all your asses after the front. Yes, the draft is coming, man. I can remember years on back, man, when the apostles, you know, was telling you that there's going to be a draft, man. You see? Because these things are the things that basically, you know, or the effects of wars, man. You people don't know about what the effects of wars are, man. You know, so this shit they're gonna catch you with your pants down, man. You know, all courtesy to the Lord, Yahweh, Baal Shem, Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? And you see, this is meant to put a lot of you men to death. Because the Lord wants it that way, man. A lot of men is going to die. I'm going to get scriptures here. You know, a lot of men going to die, man. Yeah? Here we go. It said, the virgin shall mourn having no bridegroom. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 33. It said, the virgin shall mourn having no bridegroom. The woman shall mourn having no husband. Their daughter shall mourn having no helpers. So like in the wars, listen, in the war shall their bridegroom be destroyed, and their husband shall perish of famine. This shit is what is coming, man. A lot of these men going to die in battle, man. Yeah? We never did sign up for the military in the first place. Because just like Ukraine, driving, grabbing up men, pushing them in vehicles, man, that's what's going to happen. You know, you're not going to have to go sign up paper anymore. They're going to just come for you and arrest your ass. And you're going to the battleground, man. That's what's going to happen, man. You're going to be arrested, man. Yeah? Next thing you know, he's on the front, holding one magazine. Hey! Yeah, that's what's going to go down, man. You know, so with that, we say, Kalalal Yahweh Bashim Yawashai Bashim Rekha Kodash, peace and blessing to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom to all the brothers out there. Keep on pushing this truth in sincerity and honesty. Shalom.